Jacob was a freelance urban explorer, the kind who sneaks into abandoned places for thrills and footage. One foggy afternoon, he followed rumors of a long-abandoned train station deep in the Pennsylvania woods. It wasn't on any current map. The locals called it Black Hollow Deeper. They said trains still passed through, but no one had seen them in years. Jacob hiked 3 miles into the forest before he found it, a rusting archway that read Black Hollow, ESD 1901. Vines had consumed the tracks. The air felt heavier, colder. He turned on his camera. Inside, the station was filled with dust, broken benches, and faded posters about departures to places that no longer existed. One read, "Last train to Evermore, departs at midnight." But there was no timetable, no tracks, and no exit signs, just silence, until a low, distant train horn echoed through the trees. Jacob froze. The tracks ahead shimmered. Then he saw it, a train, old, black, and spotless, as if untouched by time, gliding toward the platform. No engine sound, just that hum, like the world itself was holding its breath. The doors slid open. He knew he shouldn't step in, but the urge was unbearable, like something wanted him there. The moment he crossed the threshold, everything changed. The air smelled like sulfur. The inside of the train was pristine, red velvet seats, golden fixtures, and candlelight, but every other compartment was empty. Then came the whispering, not around him, inside him. You boarded. That means you remember. Remember what? Each window now showed a different scene. A hospital room, a funeral, a girl crying at a riverbank, an apartment on fire, all unfamiliar, until he saw himself in one of them. Younger, drenched, holding a lighter. Jacob banged on the window, trying to stop the moving images, but they kept going, revealing more. A body, flames, guilt. The train stopped abruptly. Doors opened to a landscape that looked like a twisted version of the station, where clocks ran backwards and shadows moved on their own. A conductor, tall, faceless, dressed in black, stepped into the compartment. "We've reached your stop," it said without a mouth. "You must pay with memory." Suddenly, Jacob couldn't remember his name, then his sister, then his age. Everything began to drain. He screamed. Darkness. When he awoke, he was back at the platform, alone, camera off. But the footage, it showed him boarding an empty platform and disappearing into thin air. He tried to leave the woods, but every path looped back to the station. His phone was stuck on one screen. Next departure, time eternal. Now Jacob lives in echoes, glimpsed by others who visit Black Hollow. Some say they hear his voice begging them not to board. Most don't listen, and the train keeps running.